Imagine buying your kid a toy only to find the batteries aren't included, or buying furniture but it's missing the tools to build it. Frustrating, right? Now imagine that exact same feeling, but you're paying way more. That is what buying business software usually feels like: fragmented, disconnected, and incredibly expensive. Odoo completely changes that. Odoo is a complete, fully integrated business suite where all your apps actually talk to each other. We're talking automated lead routing for your sales team, seamless AI integration, and an intuitive point-and-click website builder. It's everything your business needs to scale, saving you time, headaches, and money. Stop piecing your software together. Go to odoo.com. That's odoo.com to learn more.
Hi, my name is Nikki, and I'm the daughter of a murdered woman. Welcome back to Papi Killed Mommy. Before we get started, I need to warn you. This podcast contains discussions of domestic violence, homicide, and other potentially distressing topics. The individual mentioned in this episode is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Listener discretion is advised. Last week, I took you through the events of my mother's last day. I painstakingly pored through the case file to build a detailed timeline of July 8, 1993. You heard from her coworkers and from Russell Peterson himself. Today's episode moves fast. It's packed with timelines, police procedures, and Russell's entire first interview, just hours after my mother's death. Last week, I gave you the important bits and snippets of his interrogation, but this week, I want to give it to you in full so you can hear it for yourself without any edits. And one more thing I want to address, the audio is 32 years old. I've done my best to clean it up, but you can tell this was recorded on an old-fashioned cassette tape and then transferred over to digital years later. So just bear with me, put your seatbelt on, and let's get started. Last week, we left off a little after 2 a.m. Officer Zanet had just woken me up and escorted me from the house. He placed me in the back seat of the squad car where my little sister was already waiting. As soon as the door opened, she chittered like a parrot, "Papi killed Mommy." She kept repeating it, over and over, desperate for me to say something, like to believe her, I think. But I couldn't. That's not what the officer just told me. Officer David Zanet is quoted in the case file as saying he did not inform the children of our mother's death. Instead, he told me my mom and her boyfriend had gotten into a fight and she was staying at a friend's house. And being 10 years old, I listened. I believed the adult. So when my little sister kept saying, "Papi killed Mommy," I didn't believe her. I thought she was confused, and I kept trying to convince her otherwise. She said it at least a dozen times in that car, like if she had just said it enough, I'd finally understand. We sat there in the dark arguing. I was telling her she was wrong, that Mom was just somewhere else, and that everything was going to be fine. Then an officer came back. He opened the door, and this time he put Russell Peterson in the squad car with us. The same squad car as the children. A domestic violence suspect was placed within access of children with their mother's blood on him. As an adult looking back, this is the moment that really pisses me off. As a child, this was the moment that I knew something was really, really wrong. Not when the officer woke me, not when my little sister begged me to believe her and kept repeating "Papi killed Mommy," but when Russell saw me and his reaction to me. Russell was crying and weeping and hugging me, clutching me in a way he never did. He wasn't my dad, he wasn't affectionate, he never hugged me, he never said "I love you," never showed me any kind of attention. But now, in the back seat of the squad car, he was sobbing and whispering in my ear. I'll never forget it. He said, "I'm sorry. I love you, and I want to keep the family together." I just sat there, stunned. In my mind, it looked like Mom and Russell had fought and she finally left him. That's what I thought this was, until that car ride to the Sedona Police Department at 2:18 a.m. 18 minutes. That's how long my sister repeated the phrase "Papi killed Mommy" before the Sedona Police Department placed Russell Bennett Peterson in the back seat of the same squad car. At the station, Officer Zanet read Russell his Miranda rights from a printed card and sat with us until Detective Walter Spokes arrived. At 2:50 a.m., Chief Bob Irish called the on-call Deputy County Attorney Steve Janes. It was the first official moment anyone classified this as a possible homicide. 2:50 a.m. By 4:20 a.m., the officers asked Russell about placing the children into CPS custody. Russell said he was okay with it and that we should get some sleep. At 4:41 a.m., investigators interviewed my little sister. Quote, "The child was alert and talkative. She told us she woke up and saw her dad kill her mom. She said she saw him take the gun out of the bedroom closet after her mom was on the floor. She told them this story up to a dozen times, but the case file notes she didn't actually witness it. Why? Because they had no trained child forensic interviewer. She was interviewed by regular officers. No one trained in trauma. No one trained in memory recall. The audio in this portion might sound a bit different as it was recorded at a later date, and I always said I was never going to read this again. This time will be the last. There's a lot of garbled, gurgled, redacted parts, but I stress to you the gravity of how many times my sister repeats Papi killed mommy. While listening along, count. I'm curious to know what you hear in this interview. Without further ado, my 3-year-old sister's interview, 3 hours after our mother's death. It's 7/9/93, 4:41 hours. Present is myself, Detective Walter Spokes, Detective Gary Savero of the Yavapai County Attorney's Office, and the child. How come you have some scratches? What happened to your arm? Let me see. You have a cat that scratched you right there? Uh-huh. Boy, cat scratches hurt, don't they? Yeah. Garbled. You were picking up the baby cat and it scratched you? Uh-huh. Did it hurt? Garbled. Did it hurt when it scratched you right there? Garbled. I see you got a little puppy. What's your puppy's name? Sunshine? Sunshine? Uh-huh. My mommy named him. Garbled. It is? Uh-huh. Does he bite? No. He's a nice little dog. Were you at home tonight? Uh-huh. What happened at home tonight? Scratch me. Garbled. That's a nice little kitty. Garbled. Were you at home tonight? Uh-huh. Did you go to sleep? Yes. Did something happen at home tonight? My mother died. She did? What happened? How did she die? Um, my dad killed her. How did your dad kill her? With a gun? He killed her with a gun? Tell me about it. He killed her with a gun and then my mom bleeded. Did you see that? Garbled. She was dead. Where were you sleeping at? I was sleeping in my room. Where is your room? Garbled. Is it by your mom's room? Garbled. Tell me what you heard and what you saw. I saw her bleed. You saw her bleed? Did you see your dad shoot her? Uh-huh. No, you didn't. Was there fighting or anything that you know of? They were fighting. What were they saying? Tell me about their fight. Garbled. What did you say? Garbled. What happened? Do you know what happened there? Garbled. How did he kill her? With a gun? You take a bullet, and then he killed her. Did you see that? You saw that? But I didn't. See, I was sleeping. You were sleeping? Uh-huh. Tell me what you saw. I was asleep and then, garbled, Papa killed her. How did you see Papa kill her? She had blood all over her room. How did you see Papa kill her? Papa didn't kill her. Papi did. Papi did? Papi killed her? 'Cause I was sleeping in my own room. Garbled. Then I comed out, and the light and the blood all over. There was blood on my rug. Did you see that? Did you see anybody shoot her? No. No. Where were you at? I was in my room sleeping. Papi? Who is Papi? Garbled. That's my father. What's his name? Garbled. Russell? And what did he do with the gun? He killed my mom. He did? How many times did he do the gun? Garbled. How many times? Garbled. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time? 1 time. 1 time? That's all you heard? Garbled. How many times did you hear it? 1 time. 1 time? That's all you heard? Garbled. How many times did you hear it? 1 time. Then what? Papi killed her. How do you know Papi killed her? Because my mother was dead and Papi killed her. Do you know that's your secret? Garbled. Well, I need to know about your secrets. 'Cause I had a bad dream about it. You had a bad dream? What was your bad dream about? It was about. Garbled. What happened? Garbled. When did you have the dream? Garbled. Tonight or before? Garbled. Tonight. What did you see? I didn't see anything. Garbled. You did? Uh-huh. What did you do when you were in Mommy's room? I walked in there. When you walked in Mommy's room, what did Mommy look like? She was dead. Already dead when you walked in there? Where was Daddy at? He was in Mommy's room. Where was the gun at? In the closet. I mean, he got the gun out. The gun was in the closet? Was he holding it? Uh-uh. It was in the closet and Daddy got it out? Yes. What did he say? He said that he shot the gun, then he cried. He said what? He said that it was hopeless and he cried. It's hopeless? Mm-hmm. And he cried? Mm-hmm. Was he already in the room when you went in there? Mm-hmm. Where was he standing at or sitting at? Mom was garbled. Okay, come here. What is this? Mommy was in the corner. Come on, show me where Mommy was at. This is the room. This is the closet right here. Where was Mommy at? She was in that corner. Garbled. The gun in the closet. You show me where Mommy was. Like where Mommy was. She was. Garbled. Lay down like where you think. Show me where Mommy was. Just lay down like where Mommy was. When you go in where the door was over here? Where was Mommy at? Garbled. Where was Daddy at? Garbled. And he said it's hopeless and the gun was in the closet? Garbled. Where was the gun at? It was in the closet and the gun was in the closet? Mm-hmm. Was Daddy holding it or was it just in the closet laying there? Daddy was. Garbled. No. Was Daddy holding the gun or was the gun just laying in the closet? Daddy was holding the gun. Was it in the closet first before he was holding it or was he just holding it? Took it out of the closet. Who was? Garbled. Garbled again. My dad. Was he in the closet? Mm-mm. Who was in the closet? Garbled. Does it still hurt? Garbled. Garbled again. Hurt your finger? It doesn't hurt. So when you went in there, Mommy was on the floor already. Garbled. Blood. It had blood? Where was the gun at? In the closet. Where was Daddy? He was. Garbled. Mommy was laying there like this? Garbled. Garbled. Mommy was laying like what? Show me how Mommy was laying. Like this. Okay, face down. Like this? Mm-hmm. Okay, Mommy was laying like this with her face down, right? Where was Daddy at? Garbled. Come here. Come here. He's on the bed. He's sitting on the bed? Then what happened? Where's the gun? It was in the closet. The gun was in the closet and Daddy was sitting over here on the bed. Then what happened? He was shooting her and I'll never have a mama again. He was shooting her? Did you see him shoot her? No. No. Garbled. Okay. So the gun was in the closet when you saw it? The door. Okay. The gun is in the closet and Dad was sitting on the bed. Then what happened right then? I. Somebody get the gun out of the closet? My dad did. And he. What did he do with the gun? And my dad? My dad was just about to shoot her and I'll never have my mama again. Who got the gun out of the closet, sweetie? My dad? What did he do when he got the gun out of the closet? Um, he shoot my mom. He shot your mom. Did you see him when he shot your mom? Garbled. I was in my room sleeping. Well then, what did he do when he got the gun that you saw? The big gun? Oh yeah, out of the closet, and then he. Garbled. What did he say? He said it was hopeless and garbled. Did he? Garbled. Mm-mm. Garbled. Did he say anything to you? No, I just cried because of my mom. You did? Did you touch your mom? I just touched the blood. You touched the blood? Why did you touch the blood? Garbled. And she was dead, and my dad shoot her. My dad did shoot her. Do you know if he shot her or if she shot herself? My dad shoot her. Garbled. He shot her really? Did you see that? Garbled. Garbled again. One of your secrets? Because, garbled, dream about that. You had a dream about that? It was a bad old dream. When did you have your dream? Hmm, garbled. Tonight? When it was dark out, I did. But you didn't see, garbled. My dad shooted my mom, garbled. We're going to stop talking to you right now. We may talk to you a little bit later, okay? Okay. Thank you. End of interview.
If your fashion wish list lives rent-free in your brain, you need to be on Poshmark. With Poshmark, you're shopping millions of listings from thousands of closets, each curated by someone with their own style. Vintage finds, designer pieces, and everyday staples all in one place. Search for your favorites or let the discovery come to you. Poshmark makes it easy to find what you actually want to wear at prices that feel like a quiet win. Download the Poshmark app today and use code PODCAST10 when you sign up to get $10 off your first purchase.
How do you feel after that? Reading my little sister's interview decades after the fact is completely heartbreaking and devastating for me. I had no idea what she saw at that time. I mean, I had no idea how much she saw, let's put it that way. And listening to the way the police officer is asking her questions and leading her and telling her no, I remember being so furious the first time I read this, so utterly angry in my soul. I want to know how you feel. So feel free to comment on this episode by all means. We could dissect my little sister's interview for hours, but this is a loaded episode and I want to get through the timeline in the hours after, so let's continue on. At 5:20 a.m., Russell called Peter Korn, his boss, to come pick us up. CPS had already been called and they were waiting downstairs, but Russell went around them and called his work supervisor. That always struck me as odd. Despite this, CPS did take custody of us and brought us to a foster home. Just a normal house with bunk beds and a quiet bedroom where we finally fell asleep. At 5:42 a.m., Detective Spokes and an investigator from the Yavapai County Attorney's Office read Russell his Miranda rights again. They told him he wasn't under arrest and that he could leave any time. Russell agreed to be interviewed. What you're about to hear is the whole interview in total, in completion, edit free, except for bleeping out the redacted beeps that you don't need to hear. But other than that, this is it. And I want to talk to you on the flip side, so please stay with me.
It's 7/9 of 93, 5:42 hours. Present is myself, Detective Walter Spokes, the Sedona Police Department, Investigator Jerry Saravo with the Yavapai County Attorney's Office, and Richard, can you full name?
My name is Russell Bennett Peterson.
Russell Bennett Peterson.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Russell, we're here to talk about the events of the night involving the death of your wife. Were you married? Or, Ruth?
Been together for 6 years, 6.5 years.
I understand from a review votes about what you understand your daughter to arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. If you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights that I have explained now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
I've got no problem with talking to you.
Anything about your rights that you did not understand?
I understood them 100%.
Okay. Are you intoxicated?
Stephanie and myself, we did have a bottle of wine.
A bottle of wine. Yes. Do you feel that you're impaired in any way, shape, or form at this time?
No, not at this time.
Not at this time.
No.
Okay. Have you taken any drugs and medication?
No, I have not.
Are you suffering from any kind of mental disorder or seeking counseling of any kind?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Uh, do you feel that you're emotionally all right to talk to us now? To be truthful and honest and answer the questions we present you truthfully.
I can answer anything what you asked me truthfully.
Okay. Told you earlier, we're here to talk about the events of the night, which is the death of your wife or your significant other, whoever it may be. What is her name?
Stephanie Wasilishkin.
Spell her last name.
Wasilishkin.
Okay. Does I understand you're not married?
No, we are not.
Okay. But you've been together for 6 years?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been living together?
6 years.
6 years. You have 2 children.
Yes.
Is there any more children?
No, there is not.
Okay. Of the 2 children, are any of those children yours? And
yes.
hers? The youngest one?
Yes.
Okay. And the oldest one is hurt by another relationship?
By another relationship, yes.
Yesterday.
Okay.
Okay. What time did you guys get up?
Yesterday we got up 11:30.
11:30?
Yeah, 11:30, 11:45.
Both of you about that same
Yeah.
time? Why don't you go through the events of the day for me?
Well, the events of the day, they're pretty consistent and easy. I mean, I get up, we make some coffee, we go to work. She's the pastry chef at the restaurant where I am the chef of. We work, it's at Pietro's restaurant, and we work real well together. We go into work at 12:30. We can check her time card when she got there. She takes care of all the desserts. I take care of all the other things that go on at a restaurant. She left at 5:30, 5:45. I left at 11, came home, took a shower.
Okay, well, let's start when you. Boy, was there any problems at work yesterday?
No, none whatsoever.
Okay, so she left about 5:30, you said?
Mm-hmm.
4 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
No problems then?
None.
Okay. And you got up at 11?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and went home.
Mm-hmm.
Was she home?
Yes, she was.
Was the children home?
Yes, I was.
Was there anybody else at the house?
No, there weren't.
Okay, well, why don't we get detailed now?
Okay.
About what happened then?
Okay.
Come on, just give me a narrative.
Well, detailed. I come home, I give her a kiss, I go, how's everything? And she has a tendency sometimes to be a little aggressive because she's home with the kids and all this. I go into the shower, I come back out, we sit, we talk, we go to bed, and the next morning happens.
Okay, what happened last night when you got followed up?
You're talking about this night.
This night, or it's actually this night or last night, or
Right. This night, I worked. I got a ride home from Susie, who was a waitress at the time. She was working as a hostess slash bartender, bus person, just kind of fill in wherever needed. We left. I come home. Stephanie is sitting on the couch.
What's Susie's last name? You know?
Susie's last name? No, I do not know her last name, but she's an employee at the restaurant. Very easy to find out.
Okay. Is there any kind of relationship between you and Susie?
None whatsoever.
Okay. Has there been in the past?
Never.
Okay. So she gave you a ride home?
Yeah.
Okay. We get home and
I get home. I give Steffi a little kiss.
she's sitting on the couch.
She's sitting on the couch. I have a bottle of wine. I had a bottle of Jordan Cabernet. I go into the shower. I take a shower. I
Did
come.
you guys have this bottle of wine before you went to the shower?
I brought it home with me
You
from the
brought-
restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you drink it then and take a shower or just brought it home?
No, I brought it home. I set it on the table. She had already been drinking something, whatever it was. So I go into the shower, I come back out. Uh,
Time are we talking now?
at this time, we're talking about 11:15, 11:30.
Okay.
I'm sitting next to her on the couch. I open the bottle of wine. She has a glass. I have a glass. We drink it, and there becomes a confrontation. She tells me that she talked with father.
And who was she?
His name is,
Where does he live?
he lives down in Phoenix.
Do you know what his phone number is?
No, I do
Is
not.
it at the house?
Uh, that's it. I don't know.
Okay.
So she tells me that she talked with him for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever it was, and had a nice conversation with him. Fine and dandy, no big deal. It becomes a little confrontational. What? I don't know why.
On your part, her.
On her part. I don't know why. You know what it is? I was accepted. I was the 9th or 10th accepted to go to Cornell University, which we can go to my house right now. I can show you my plane tickets, my agenda. I'm going there for a taste of the cordon bleu, which is a professional advanced program for chefs.
Okay, where's that?
That's in Ithaca, New York.
Okay, now where is it start located at your house?
It's sitting right on the mantle. I had plane tickets, everything.
Okay.
And ever since she knew about that, she has felt like, well, why you and not me?
Did she apply? Or do you have you have to understand, neither one I'm not a chef.
Okay, no. What I mean is the fact of,
How do you get to this point?
I've
Your
done this
profession-
for 15 years.
Okay, do you have to apply for this? Or-
I applied for that. I called them up. I saw it in the Ass End of a Food magazine. I called them up. They sent me an application. I filled it all out. I sent back my application, and after being reviewed, because I mean it's a $4,000 course.
Okay.
Just because you may have the money to pay for it doesn't mean you're accepted. They want professional people.
Mhm.
So I get a call back, Russell. You've been accepted. It has. I won't say it's created a confrontation, but it's been like why you, why not me? Well, for 15 years, I basically learned this from the get-go. No formal training, no nothing.
Did she apply?
No, she's not applying.
Okay.
And so I was accepted, and I am supposed to leave tomorrow. My father's gonna come and pick me up, or supposed to come and pick me up Saturday. I leave at 11:30 at night, Saturday night. I fly from Phoenix to Pittsburgh. I arrive in Pittsburgh at 6:30. I leave Pittsburgh at 8:30, and I arrive in Ithaca at 9:30. And I'm there for 2 weeks.
It's a 2-week course.
It's a 2-week course.
Okay, so it's not like you're going to be gone for.
No, it's a 2-week course.
Okay.
It's a 2-week course.
Okay. So things are becoming a little bit confrontational then.
Very minute.
Okay.
I mean, it all depends on kind of how she is at any given point in time.
Okay.
For the most part, we were very stable, and for the life of me, I swear to God, I don't know why she went into the bedroom.
Okay, let's go. Let's back up to, all right, you come out of the shower.
I come out of the shower. We're sitting there.
Step by step.
We talked.
Okay.
She's on the left-hand side. I'm in the center of the couch. We're talking. It becomes a little heated, but nothing that a relationship hasn't had happen in the past. So I didn't think anything of it. I've had this 44 Magnum that my father gave to me as a gift for over 2.5 years. It sits up in the closet. I've only taken it out once to go shooting, which is like Lower Red Bluff Loop Road, and you can pull off to the side. Me and the son of Emil, who owns Coffee Pot. We went over there. He had a couple of shotguns, rifles. I had this. He had a 45. Only time it's ever been shot. But it's been loaded and it's been sitting up there.
Is it completely loaded?
It was completely loaded
Okay.
with the hollow point Bonacci Italian bullets in it. And she goes into the bed. She goes into the bedroom, and she comes back out. She has the gun in her hand, and she cocks it back, and she goes, "Russell, I'm going to shoot you." Then I put my hands up. I said, "Steph, why? What are we talking about here?" And I don't think her intentions truly were to shoot me, as opposed to maybe a fright attack.
What did you think at that point in time? I mean, do you think she's just screwing around, or you think what is going on here? What I mean, you tell me what your state of mind.
No, I've been with her for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I kind of felt that she was screwing around, maybe a little more than screwing around, because it's been sitting up there untouched, and now she goes and picks it up, and I mean, she's got the hammer cocked back, and she's got the point at it.
It's pointed at you.
It's pointed at me,
And you're sitting
where I'm sitting in the center of the couch.
okay.
Okay, so now she fires it, and like I said, I wouldn't be here if it would have hit me. I'm sure you saw the bullet in the curtains, wherever it hit, in the wall.
Did she fire it at you or above you, or what? How did she?
It was above me.
Do you think it was purposely above you, or she just missed you?
It was probably purposely above. If she wanted to hit me, she would have hit me.
Okay.
Yeah. At that point, I said, "Stop! I mean, what are you, crazy? I mean, what's the matter with you?" And she goes walking into the bedroom, and she cocks it back again, and she goes, "Russell, I'm gonna kill you." And
Where are you at this time?
at this time, I get off the couch, and I am following her into the hallway, into the bedroom.
Okay.
And we're talking as she is standing right in front of the closets. And, after having one that rang above my head and everything else, I grabbed her hands. And we struggled a little bit. And the next thing I know, it went off and she dropped. And at first, I thought it was, I don't know what went through my mind. None was accidental, yes. Thinking that it's really not true, yes. And I look down at her and I see her face on the ground and her glasses, and I see blood.
How was she faced at that time?
She was face down on the ground, kind of on her side, with her legs somewhat up to her chest. Yeah, I looked at her and I didn't believe what happened. I did not believe what happened. And I panicked. I looked. I saw down the hallway. I went into the bathroom. I came back out. And I thought, she's going to be up. No, she was not up. She was not up. And that's when I called 911 and I said, I need help. I need help. There's been an accident. I need help.
You go into the bedroom and she cocks the pistol again.
It was already cocked.
When you went into the bedroom, it was already cocked.
For the second time.
For
yes.
the second time.
Yes.
And she said, "I'm going to shoot you again."
Yes.
And you.
we love each other. I mean, you can talk to people, you can do whatever you want to do. We had whatever, a good and semi-bad relationship, just as relationships go. And after the first time, the gun was never grabbed before. After 6 years, and it sat up there for a year and a half, it was never grabbed before.
But you go in the bedroom.
Yes.
She's already has cocked the gun for a second time?
Yes.
Do you see this? Do you hear this? How do you know?
How do I know? Because after she shot the first time, and I said, "Steph, what's the matter with you?" She cocked it again the second time, and she turned around and walked into the bedroom.
Okay, you followed her in there.
Yes.
Okay. Then what happens? Detail, real detail.
Real detail, as detailed as I can give you.
How you're facing, how everybody's facing, what it said, everything.
I can't tell you exactly what was said. We were standing in front of the closet,
What? Facing each other?
facing each other, and she has the gun.
On which hand?
Oh my God. She's right-handed. It had to be a right hand. It had to be a right hand. And she's kind of flinging it around to a certain extent.
Pointed at you or not at you?
Well, I mean, at me, just pointing it around.
Okay.
And I grabbed her.
How did you grab her?
I grabbed her by the wrists.
Like her wrist.
Yes.
Okay.
And there was a struggle.
How long of a struggle?
Couldn't have been more than 15 seconds, 20 seconds.
Did you go to the ground? Did you get the bed?
No, we never hit the ground.
Just right there in front of the closet?
Just right in front of the closet. We never hit the ground.
Did you bend over? Did she bend over? I mean, were you forward or just straight up? How were you?
We were standing straight up. Obviously, if there's going to be some kind of a struggle, it happened so fast. It happened so fast. It was never meant to happen. It happened so fast. It shouldn't have been.
Were you trying to get the gun away from her? What was going on?
Yeah. I can honestly look at you and tell you I don't know. Whatever possessed her to pick it up in the first place, I don't know.
So we're not talking about the first place. We're talking about the struggle. What were you trying to do? Were you trying to break it up from her hand? Were you just trying to? What were you trying to do?
I was trying to get it out of her hand.
You did have both hands on her hand, or one hand on each wrist. How were you?
I don't know. I can't honestly tell you that I can think back and say I know exactly how we were. No, I don't know. All I know is that it went off again, and she dropped.
Where was the gun then?
It was in her hand. It's like it was in her. It was in her hand. I didn't believe it. I went into the bathroom. I saw standing in the hall. I turned back around and I figured, no, Steph, you're just going to stand up. I know she didn't stand up. And I got nervous. Then I didn't know what to do. Well, I knew what to do. I mean, but the only thing to do was call 911 and say, I need help. I need an ambulance. There has been a bad accident.
From the time of the shooting till you go 911, how long a time spent you there?
2.5 minutes at best. 2 minutes.
And, okay, then did you ever touch her or the gun after that?
Yes, I did. I picked her up by her head. As I saw the blood. And there was no life. And after I did that, I said to myself, oh, I didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to be accused of murder, of anything like that. I just picked up the gun. I put it in the holster. I put it back in the closet. I brought it back down and I said, no, I mean, that's stupid. I mean, it's happened. There's nothing that you can do about it at this point. And I set it back on the ground and, and the new guys came.
So if I get this right, you tell me if I'm wrong on this.
Mhm.
You picked her, rolled her over, or whatever, with her head in your hand.
Yes.
Which hand, and how did you roll her, or what did you do?
How did I roll her? What did I do?
Or did you pick her up, lift her up, or did you?
No, if I would have lifted her up, there would have been stuff all over my shirt. I just picked up her head. And I looked and I saw her glasses were cracked and I saw the blood on the ground. And that's how it got all in this hand.
Is that a wound right there?
No, it's probably just coagulated blood. I would right hand and not left hand.
Okay.
And
Then you picked up the gun and put it in the holster?
her gun was laying next to her.
Okay.
I didn't know what to think. I was very nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in the holster. I put it back up in the closet.
Where was the holster at?
The holster was on the floor. The holster was on the floor.
So you put it back in the holster, put it back in the closet.
Up on the shelf.
Okay.
15, 20 seconds passed. I took it back out of the holster. I set it on the ground, and I called 911.
Okay. Did you take it back out of the holster?
Mm-hmm.
You just set it down on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You got to ride home with the girl. Was it over that?
No, it had nothing. Susie's a good friend of hers. I mean, it's a small restaurant. There's only 14 tables. I mean, there's 6 employees, 8 employees.
But I could see getting a ride home with a woman.
Yeah.
And
No, it had nothing to do with that.
Significant other being angry.
When I came in, she had already been like brewing or stewing. Maybe it had to have to do with the fact that she spent an hour and a half or 2 hour conversation with Craig or X, whatever the case may be.
Diggs' his name.
Yeah, okay. Then I come in, I give her a kiss. She's a little snippy and snide, but talk to anybody who knows her. I mean, that's Stephanie. She's spicy. And I take a shower. I come back out, sit. It just it happened.
What is the fight over? What are the words over?
As she feels that I work too much and I put forth more at work than I do at my home life. But the bottom line is, I mean, in a small town like Sedona, I've been lucky to be up here and I make a good dollar doing what I do. Not free, but enough to, put a roof over everybody's heads, food on the table. I mean, the fridge and everything else. And then it developed into, maybe I'll be better off when you do go to get the gun. 2 weeks apart from each other, and we've never been apart for 6 years. And we'll give us both a chance, maybe to chill, to relook at a relationship, to do whatever. Just to have a little bit of separation. There's nothing wrong with separation on a limited scale.
You guys get up. You go to work.
Mm-hmm.
She goes home around 5:36.
Mm-hmm.
You come home around 11.
Mhm.
You're like, oh, Susie.
Mm-hmm.
You bring a bottle of wine home.
Mm-hmm.
You set it down and you go take a shower.
Correct.
You come out, you talk.
Mm-hmm.
Things get a little heated for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
She goes in and gets a gun, comes out, confronts you and says you got to shoot you with.
Absolutely.
Do you talk for a few minutes or she just crank up on it?
It happened when I tell you, sometimes, I mean, my time span might be off. But when I've never been confronted in that situation whatsoever in my entire life. Then, you're looking down the barrel of what that is. And I won't say I was looking down because she's standing in the hallway.
Okay, so you're in the middle of the couch. Where's she standing?
She's standing in the hallway.
About how far is that?
Oh, it's probably 15, 20 feet.
Okay.
And she's standing in the hallway. And she's just talking. I can't remember the exact conversation. And she's shot. And that, my hands are, come on, Steph, what are we doing here? What are we talking about? Come on. We're friends, we're lovers, we're everything. We work together, we're a perfect mesh and combination of teamwork.
Uh-huh.
There's one Italian restaurant in the whole town, really, and that's Pietro's, since Spice is closed, and if you want to count Hideaway, which is nothing. And
And again, right?
cocked it again, yes.
And then goes into there.
Yes. And I followed her into the bedroom.
Okay, bottom line. Did you go in there, take the gun from her, and did you shoot her?
No, I did not.
Did she go in there and shoot herself?
No, I won't say she shot herself, and I won't say I shot her.
But it happened during your struggle.
During our struggle.
And it found the car.
Right in front of the plaza.
And we talked about this, and basically before we went on tape, I want to clear some things up.
Mm-hmm.
You had a cigarette outside, and I was out the room. Basically, we'd been here a little bit, but we were basically trying to clear some things up with your kids.
All right.
Get them placed. We really didn't talk about the case up there.
No, we did not.
Okay. I did talk to you just shortly before coming in here about a consent search for your house.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you were willing to sign that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I explained to you that we were looking at this thing and we will work it. We will work it as a homicide until we can clear either way.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to do a search of your house.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you we wanted to do a consent of your house, a consent search of your house.
Mm-hmm.
You give us permission.
I give you permission to search my house.
Okay, and that you did not have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I advised you that if you did not do that, we would make application for a search warrant for your house.
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean a search warrant will be granted for your house.
Mm-hmm.
That means we will apply and a magistrate will review what we apply in, or judge or Superior Court judge, whoever,
mm-hmm.
and determine if he thinks we have enough probable cause to do a search warrant in your house.
Sure.
I will tell you right up front, there's a body in your house. Obviously, we have some right to investigate, and that probably will be granted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But as you said, you had no problem with
I've got nothing to hide.
Okay. Detective Folks has provided us with a consent to search form there. And I'm going to go ahead and fill it out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. What is your full name again?
My name is Russell Bennett Peterson.
R-U-S-S-E-L-L?
Yes. B-E-N-N-E-T-T. S-O-N.
Okay, Bennett. What's the last name?
Peterson.
Peterson.
Yes.
Everyone treats summer like it owes you happiness. Long days, pool parties, your best life on a loop. So what does it mean when you feel worse? The summer blues are real. It's why summer is one of the busiest stretches of the year for people starting therapy. Therapy is not only for when you're in crisis. Growth therapy is for all the moments when you decide you want more. more support, more clarity, more tools. Mental health isn't a destination you reach. It's something you build, and Grow makes that easier. Grow connects you with thousands of high-quality licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions, nights and weekends. You can search by what matters, like insurance, specialty, identity, or availability, and get started in as little as 2 days. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. The therapist you want takes your insurance on Grow. Grow accepts over 125 insurance plans. Sessions average $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/booknow today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/booknow. growtherapy.com/booknow. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
Welcome back. Yeah, that was a lot. So let's unpack what he just said. Number 1, Russell brings up my dad, Craig, multiple times. That call my mom had with her ex clearly rattled him. Number 2, he admits they struggled. His words, "We struggled a little, and the next thing you know, it went off and she dropped." That's consistent with what he told the 911 dispatcher. He says the struggle lasted 15 to 20 seconds. That's a long time when someone is holding a loaded .44 Magnum. Number 3, he tampered with the crime scene. He admits he picked the gun up, put it back in the closet, then staged it next to my mom's body. He says that's when he saw Christina standing in the hallway. Number 4, he says he called 911 shortly after, but phone records prove otherwise. Before he called 911 at 1:40 a.m., he made another call at 1:36 to his father. That means he waited at least 4 minutes before calling for help. What happened in those 3 minutes after the call with his dad? That is still unknown. The timeline continues. At 6:15 a.m., the police and Russell took a smoke break together. Yes, really, a smoke break together. At 6:32 a.m., Russell calls his dad again. All lines were recorded, but I've never been able to get that tape. At 6:55 a.m., Russell signed a consent to search form of our home. By 7:07 a.m., officers accompanied him back to the home on Coffee Pot Drive. At 7:20 a.m., Russell's mother called the station to ask if my mom was really dead. The police confirmed it. Back at the house, they seized Russell's clothing and began photographing the crime scene. Detective Spokes found a yellow chain with a broken clasp by the door and more jewelry underneath my mother's body. The necklace was broken, which is more proof of a struggle. He also recovered bullet fragments, a bullet jacket with long hairs attached, a torn green nightshirt, red underwear, a .44 Magnum with 2 fired cartridges. My mom's glasses were found tangled in her hair on the floor. At 9:55 a.m., 8 hours later, her body was finally removed from the scene and taken to Phoenix for autopsy. By 1:10 p.m., nearly 12 hours after her death, Sedona Police Department finally contacted my family. Russell's entire family and their co-workers from Pietro's had already been informed. My side of the family, no one had called them yet. The officer finally reached my Aunt Kathy and asked her to tell my grandmother. At 1:20, Officer Brooks attended my mother's autopsy. Dr. Philip Keene's findings included a contact gunshot wound. The bullet severed her windpipe and spinal cord. It exited through the back of her neck. Stacy died instantly, and her BAC was .17. And without waiting on any further testing, Dr. Keene told police this was a homicide at that time. That was confirmed by observation alone. My mother never had a chance. The last thing I remember from that day was sitting in the Sedona Police Department hallway waiting for CPS to take us away. The foster home was kind, the kids' room bunk beds were cool. I slept, but in my dreams I could still hear my little sister's voice. "Papi killed Mommy! Papi killed Mommy! Papi killed Mommy!" And even then, I still didn't believe her. This podcast is independent. No sponsors, no production team, just me trying to tell my mother's story the only way I know how. Truthfully. It's time-consuming and emotionally draining, so if you'd like to support the show, there's a support the show button at the bottom of the episode notes. I've also started a GoFundMe to help me represent my mom at CrimeCon. Right now, I don't have the money for a banner or a tablecloth or the merch. As of today, I'll be sitting there with just a fat old chihuahua, a smile, and a wave. If you're able to contribute, I'd be forever grateful. And as a thank you, I'll personally send you a handwritten card and a first-generation Papi Killed Mommy merch sticker. You can find the GoFundMe link in my bio. If you have any information about the death of Stephanie Marie Wassilishin, please contact the Sedona Police Department at 928-282-3100. And as always, a reminder that the individual mentioned in this episode is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Before I let you go, I want to take a moment to acknowledge something. This entire process, reopening old wounds and digging through decades of pain, recording and editing each word with care, it's emotionally exhausting and physically draining. At one point this week, the pressure of sticking to a weekly schedule started to affect my work and my life, my health, and honestly, my ability to tell this story the way it deserves to be told. So from here on out, I'll be releasing each episode as it's ready. That might mean 3 days, it might mean a week, it might mean 2 weeks. But please know, I'm committed to bringing you an episode every week to the best of my ability. And thank you for your patience and your support and walking this path with me, because I will tell this story until there is no more story to tell or no more breath in my body. Thank you for listening.
I need to be healthy every day to survive it and go through the next chemo round and the next chemo round. So it's important that work was part of that, to keep my mind busy for 8-9 hours. And then I had to go back and face the reality. I had a goal, and the goal was to survive.
Research shows there is a significant connection between the ability to continue to work and cancer recovery. We can make work a better place for healing.
Learn more and sign the pledge at workingwithcancerpledge.com.